Hi, this is Paula from Alanda Craft, and this is our Paper Creations channel. And today I'm going to be making a thank you card, and I've made loads of these because they're so quick and easy to make, and they look really great. So I'm starting with an A2 card, and I've cut myself an overlay there. All the measurements for these will be on the website, so I'll put a link in the description field below if you want to see what sizes I've used for everything and what products I've used, etc. So I've got 3 Distress Oxide inks here, and I love these inks, especially the oxide ones. I like Distress inks in general, but the oxide ones particularly so. And the first one I'm starting in with is Wilted Violet here. It's one of my favourite colours, this one. And I'm coming in, I'm basically going to do a third of each for these, but I want them to blend in. So I'm not just doing a third, I'm sort of bringing it all the way almost into the middle there. And you can see I'll speed that up so you don't have to sit through all of that, but I'm basically taking it close to the middle of the card. And the next colour I'm using there is Broken China. Now that is my favourite, so it's not just one of my favourites, it really is my favourite, this one. And you can see I've come in a little bit heavy-handed there, and it's made a blotchy thing, but these are so forgiving, these Distress Oxide inks, that you just keep going and they just eventually all blend in anyway, so I don't worry too much how I bring these in. The third colour there is Sponge Sugar, and this is a little bit lighter than the others, so I could have really done a few more layers on this just to get it more vibrant, but it still came out alright in the end anyway. And again I'm overlaying, so this, you can see the blue almost disappeared, so I've come back with the blue again just to make that one more dominant because I do like the blue. And it's good to use a little bit of paper there to just stop your fingers from getting ink over them. Okay, so it turned out alright in the end, I thought. Now I've got a stencil there. This is a Lavinia stencil. I love some of her stuff. She's got some really lovely stuff. And I'm coming back in with the Broken China. Basically I was going to do just one end with Broken China and then change them all up, but I ended up just going over the whole lot with Broken China anyway, even over the middle part, which is the Broken China bit. It's still sort of creating an effect there. I just love that colour. And you can see I'm coming over that end there as well, with the Wilted Violet. And then I thought, oh well, I'll take a bit of the Sponge Sugar and run it through the middle where the blue was, so that it sort of might have brought that up a little bit. It's not too bad. But again, I'm going to be putting letters over these, so I wasn't too worried. You can see the look there, it looks great. Now I've got a die here. It's actually a frame die by Elizabeth Craft Designs. And I thought, why not use it for something other than a frame? So I've just popped it basically over the card there. I'm just getting it in place to where I want it to kind of look. So I'm just snipping off the bits where I want it to be placed. And I've made loads of these cards, like I said, and for some reason sometimes it's easier than others to place these, so I don't know why. But I just thought it was a nice way of using a frame die in a different way. So I'm just placing them all there. And then basically now I just need to glue them on, and I'm using art glitter glue, which is one of my favourite glues. And the trick to this, because it's so fine, is to get one of those metal tips. You can buy them separately for this glue. I'll put a link in the description below, but really worth it, because you can see there I can just go dot dot and just basically placing dots on this, and it just stops the mess and it stops the glue from seeping out everywhere. You get less of that problem. Okay, so I'm just basically gluing everything down there now. So once that's done, I just need to trim off the excess pieces. So I'm just using my viscose scissors there. I really like those. Okay, so once that's done, I now need to get my word die, and this is a Simon Says stamp thank you die, and I love it because I love that effect of where you can create the base background like that, which is what I've got there, and then place your letters over the top. It creates a border around the edges of them. So I'd like to get more of that type of word die if I can. And I'm taking 2 of the colours now, the Broken China first there, and the other one will be the Wilted Violet, and basically just half and half this time. So I'm just colouring up half of it with the Broken China. Grab my bit of cardstock again, which really helps, and then coming back with that, the other side with the Wilted Violet, and they just blend in really nicely. You can see how that looks there. A little bit blurry, but you get the idea. So now I'm taking my words here and I'm going to be, again, bringing my glue in to glue these on. So you can see I just place them there just to get an idea of how they're going to look. And I'll start with the think. And again, I'm just going to be dotting rather than sort of smearing this out. You can see I started smearing it out and then I changed to just dot, dot, dot around the edges, and it just really makes a big difference when you can do that with that fine tip. Okay, now I'm just placing the thank you down, or the thank down on the top there, line it up nicely, and the U. There's the beauty of working with liquid glues, you can move things around, have a bit of leeway before it sticks permanently. I'm going to place it on my base there, and I could have used a glue, but I wanted to give this a bit of dimension, so I'm using the foam tape, the 3D foam tape. And I don't know about you, but when it comes to this foam tape, if there's a space, I want to fill it. So I just keep going and going and going, and then I have to cut some thin ones for all the bits on the edge. And I keep going. And you think by now, you think, well, that's enough. No, it's never enough. I need to add more. There's a bit there, there's a space. If there's a space, I've got to fill it. Another one, and I think there's just one more. The only problem with putting this much 3D adhesive on is that you have to sit there peeling all the bits off. But I won't put you through that. Okay, so now I just need to pop that on, and that's crooked, so straighten it up, lovely. Okay, and press that down, so that's good to go. Now I take my card base, and I'm just opening it there just to make sure I've got it in the right direction, because there's nothing worse than going through all that work and then you stick it down onto an upside down or something. And again, I'm going in with my art glitter glue here, just to finish that up. And I'll place it on. Again, just checking that the card was in the right direction. And I'm just trying to maneuver it into place. And the art glitter glue allows me to just have a bit of leeway to just move it around a bit just to get it in the right position before it sticks. Okay, but basically that is done. So quick and easy, really nice, and they look really lovely. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.